Bradley, Event Director of the Retail Technology Show, and this is 5 Minutes With, the bite-sized chat show where we talk to some of retail's most influential figures. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Mr. Retail Consultant himself, Ian Scott. Ian, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, Matt.
Good to have you here. Now, as the name suggests, we've only got 5 minutes, so we're going to crack on with these questions. Question number one, and before I start with this, I'm going to give you a bit of a shout out here. If you are not already following Ian Scott on LinkedIn, you absolutely must, because I've been following Ian for probably about 2 years now, and he uncovers some of the most greatest retail spots in the world. It is absolutely worth a follow. So if you're not already, give Ian a follow. So with that in mind, first question, Ian. With all your travels that you've done and all the retail stores you've visited, what is the coolest bit of tech you've seen in the last 12 months?
Well, it's interesting because you mentioned that global reach, but one of the bits that immediately springs to mind is just opened on Oxford Street in London, right in our backyard, and that is the Fragrance Shop. We've opened a new high-end concept store on Oxford Street, and what they're doing is using AI to help create bespoke sampled fragrances for people. So you can go into the store and you fill out a questionnaire, and based on your answers, it will then create 3 variations of unique fragrances that are then made for you in front of you in the store and given to you as a sample pack. So it has this incredible machine that sits in the window, looks like some sort of big mad science experiment. And you program in your answers, and then your little sample bottles go on the conveyor belt and all the different ingredients are added in, and then they're put into a box. And what I love is the sense of theatre using it as a window display captures the eye. And to me, it's quite a practical, fun way of using AI. I'll touch on some of the issues around AI again in a minute, but I think it's a wonderful example of understanding how you can have fun in the physical store using the technology. I love that sort of
Yeah, absolutely right, Ian. Couldn't agree more. AI is absolutely everywhere, and we're going to be seeing a lot of that at the Retail Technology Show in April. So the question that number 2 that follows on quite nicely from number 1 is how do you think AI will help shape the future of the in-store experience? Fragrance store being a great example, but how else are we going to see that happening?
Yeah, well, I'm one of those people that often sort of stands up and waves a flag and go, whoa, let's just slow down a little bit, because I love how technology advances processes, but to me, there are unique aspects of the physical store that separate them from digital, which is touching and feeling product, interaction with other humans, and the ability to use peripheral vision to see more and buy more. And so my thought is you need to hold on to those 3 unique aspects. So the moment you take humans out of the equation, I get nervous. And I think the moment that you sort of take away the process of touching and feeling products, particularly in fashion and food and home furnishings. So I think AI needs to enhance the human aspect of the physical store and that availability. And I can see it moving on for personalization, recognition, data analytics, logistical support and things like that. But I do worry when someone creates a physical store that uses AI so there's no staff in there and you press buttons and things are delivered, because that's just a physical website and you lose the unique aspects of the store. And the store is still 3/4 of all sales around the world. So everyone talking about the physical store is dead are greatly misguided. So I'd love to see it enhance the best aspects of the physical store, not replace them.
Exactly, and enhance the people working in those stores as well, which is a really important part as well that I know you're very keen on. So I'm going to throw 2 very random questions at you, see how you feel with these. And actually, one of them is based upon all of your travels, and it's not necessarily around best for retail, but what's your favourite city that you visited in the world?
I would have to say Tokyo. I fell in love with Tokyo. Okay. It's a unique city in that you go to most cities in Asia and they're so advanced technically, and putting the retail head on, customers are so keen to try new things. And that's why I think Asia is the most advanced region for technology and innovation. It's the customer's willingness to try new things. But then you mix that with some wonderful heritage and history. You know, when I first went to Tokyo 5 years ago, I went to the Nike House of Innovation and the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, where you can have a whiskey in a coffee shop and all this stuff. And then you walk past a shop that's been open for hundreds of years with a little man who handmakes scissors. and this beautiful heritage. Yeah, and then literally that will be just around the corner from this latest tech-laden, brand store.
Wow.
And I've never seen a city embrace the latest in technology whilst holding on to centuries of heritage. It's a beautiful city, and also the people are incredible. My first experience was when I arrived at the airport, and there was someone at the baggage carousel turning all the suitcases so all the handles member style, so it's easy.
Oh,
that just stands up the service and the care that the people have around looking after visitors and guests, and I'm desperately trying to find an opportunity to go back and visit again soon.
Great answer. I haven't been to Tokyo, but you've certainly sold it to me, so that's certainly worth the trip. Question number 2. What is your go-to TV snack of choice? So you're in front of the TV, in front of a movie, what are you reaching for?
Right, for me, when it's a Netflix and chill moment, as they say, my little corner shop does chocolate raisins and chocolate peanuts. So my wife and I will buy a bag of each and mix them up, and we have a little bowl for those. And that's the automatic thing I almost subconsciously go to. Not good for me, though. What the hell?
A little bit of everything's fine for you, isn't it? Everything in moderation, as they say.
Exactly.
So we've mentioned earlier, Ian, you have got an unbelievable experience of retail stores and understanding the retail store and the retail journey and putting that customer first and improving that experience. So much so, you are going to be running some unique store tours on the night before, or the day before the Retail Technology Show.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to about that?
I think what I love is London is probably one of the biggest 2 or 3 cities for retail in the world. Very easy for us as relative locals to take it for granted. But what I like is within a square kilometre of London, there's probably 50 potential stores that you could show people. If you do the classic Oxford Street, Regent Street, Covent Garden, Leicester Square area, you can pick subject matters or areas or sectors, and you'd have a whole day of things to look at. So what I love is that sheer breadth and density of great examples of retail best practice. You're never more than 200 meters away from the next one, which is what keeps it really vibrant.
Fantastic. And for those of you watching and want to join Ian and many other retailers on this journey, you can apply directly through our website on the registration form as well. So sure to be fully booked out as it was in previous years. It was last year, certainly. Question number 2. So you are hosting on day 2 in one of our conference theatres. A big job, a lot of responsibility on you there, opening and closing the show. Rather you than me. What are you most looking forward to about that?
What I like is the mix of conversations, and I remember saying to you after last year's show, the quality of speakers was so high, and virtually every time there was a talk starting, there were queues of people that weren't able to get in. And I think that's one of the things that people really value. So because I'm hosting a whole day, I like the fact that there'll be moderation panels, fireside chats, one-on-ones, and there'll be a whole mix around one particular subject area, which I think is risk, payment processes and things like that. And it's becoming such a hot topic that at the moment. And I'm not a technical expert, so I'm looking forward to actually learning myself. I'll come out of the day with a lot of useful information that I can then start talking to my clients about as well, almost as though I'm an expert in the subject matter, which is cool.
And the most important thing is, what sort of shirt can we expect from you on the day?
Oh, I have a very, very loud shirt. It's one I bought just before Christmas for my wedding party and my TED Talk. So it's one that I'll be issuing sunglasses for. So don't worry, I won't be letting you down in the bright sun floral shirt.
Good man. Ian, thank you so much. It's been really great. It's really always great to chat to you, but really thank you very much for your time here. Registration for the Retail Technology Show is open April 24th, April 25th. Be part of the magic and join your industry. Ian, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon, pal.
Thank you very much, Matt. Look forward to it.